Stop scrubbing important data from your website. Stop taking down reports that you know the American people need to know about. There are violent, dangerous people out here with real threats, and the dishonesty from your agency comes from the covering up of these threats that could hurt American people and put our lives at risk. Do better. And with that, I yield back, Mr. Chair.
The lady yields back. The gentleman from North Carolina is recognized.
May I have 1 moment?
You may.
Her district includes Culver City, and she's not talking about any crime in her districts. Nothing about helping crime in her district. She's not even worth getting into the details.
So Congresswoman Sydney Kamlager-Dove pressed the Attorney General about removing data linked to right-wing extremism. Instead of addressing that point, the Attorney General chose to call out crime in Culver City.
And clips of that exchange have gone viral, particularly among Angelenos, who many have expressed confusion and some surprise. Joining us now is the mayor of Culver City, Freddy Puza. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Great to talk to you.
I'm just curious. The Attorney General calls out your city. Do you know that this is happening? Are you watching this? Is this something that somebody sends you?
And what's your reaction to even hearing that?
I was shocked. This is bananas. It's news to me that there's crime and criminals. I mean, there's obviously some, but not to the degree what she's saying. And it doesn't really align with the data. We know that in 2024, crime was down 9.7%. In 2025, in the third quarter, was down another 6.1% compared to the same period in the last year. So, our case clearance rates are well above the national average. Homelessness is down 54%. We established a mobile crisis team, which is an unarmed response to people experiencing mental health crises. We have a lovely, inclusive, welcoming city.
When you talk about specifically the data, we had pointed that out. There's 0 murders, so that's a good thing. People aren't worried about being killed in the city, but when it comes to just that day-to-day crime of, petty
property crime,
just dealing with certain people on the streets, what's the issue that police are facing, those day-to-day challenges?
I mean, there's some kind of crime. We're never going to have 0 crime in the city, so there's some crime that will be inevitable. But they're dealing with property crime. They're also dealing with traffic tickets. So, there's not a whole lot of going on in Culver City as far as crime.
Well, I feel like I live Culver City adjacent, as I told you when I came in. Yeah. I think there is concern in the area sometimes about, I hear the homelessness population numbers are down. I think people still see some of, these issues. There's drug use, homelessness issues. There are still problems plaguing the surrounding area. When you go to downtown Culver City, though, I mean, I joke that it's like walking onto a movie set. The Christmas tree lighting, it could be part of any Hallmark movie Christmas tree lighting. What would you tell Attorney General Pam Bondi if she was sitting in front of you right now about the city?
First, I'd just love a factual correction. That would be step one. And then also come on over to Culver City. We're home to TikTok, Pinterest, Apple Studios, Amazon Studios, Sony Studios. We have a world-class museum, the Vende Museum. We have an amazing bookstore, the Village Wells.
I love the Village Wells bookstore.
It's iconic, and they're just thriving and doing a great job in building community there. So, but I also, the success in our city is not just about the number of corporations that we have, but the sense of belonging and community. So we're very intentional about building an inclusive community, hosting cultural events and just events where neighbors can get together and learn about one another.
So I want to go back to the numbers we were talking about. We do know that the third quarter of 2025 did see an increase in violent crimes. What are those specific crimes that you saw at the end of the year last year?
I will defer to the police department on all the specific numbers on that. But, like I said, crime at some level is going to be inevitable. But, our police department is really focused on community-based policing. And they're doing a great job, in my opinion. We hold their feet to the fire and holding them accountable. But I think that's a good relationship to have. Do
you think there's sometimes some confusion for people who live in the surrounding area? Because it's the lines are very... there's Culver City, and then you immediately get into LA County. Yeah. And I think sometimes there are people in LA County who feel that they live in Culver City, but there are 2 different police departments. There are 2 different ways that the crime gets tackled. So what do you have to say to people who live in the surrounding city who say, well, this isn't the Culver City I know?
Yeah, Culver City is also, it's 5 square miles, but there is one street, Washington, that goes out into the marina. So it's very confusing.
And it has a red light camera on it.
Yep. But you know, those are
and you know that.
they're very frustrating, but they really do cause a lot of safety on the road, and people, you know, respond to them because they don't want to get that ticket.
Exactly. We all talk about it in the neighborhood for sure.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be that there's porous boundaries because we're surrounded, engulfed by the city of Los Angeles. But again, you know, our police and public safety officers really reach out and, you know, surveil the area and make sure that the city's safe. And anyone who comes to the city will be treated with respect and dignity.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I have to imagine this was a surprise to be in the spotlight like this. So
it was beyond. It's so wild, and I can't believe it. But you know, it's a good opportunity to really share the true story of Culver City.
Well, I hope it's a smooth drive on the 405 to the 10 for you today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
it.
Have a good day.